more important than the one who sends the message. Now that you have seen and know these things, God will bless you for going and doing them. Have you seen the V8 commercials? I think about that when I see and feel Peter's reaction to what Jesus just said. And probably many of the other disciples, it was that, oh, I should have had a V8 moment, where he was knocked in the head, hit hard, and realized what Jesus was doing. Powerful love of Jesus was being modeled for him in the form of humility and service, so that he would know how to model it to other people after Jesus was gone from this earth. Jesus just wasn't a teacher. He exampled the things that he said to his disciples and to his followers so they would know what it looked like to live that out in the world, because obviously we know in this journey to the cross that we're celebrating in this next week that he wasn't going to be with them in physical body anymore. That he would have a Holy Spirit to help instruct and to guide people, but Jesus wouldn't be able to be right in front of us doing those things. So he wanted to be able to model that for the people that was around him. And Peter understood that day, that it wasn't just about him, but it was about the world that needed that very same love. Why would a king wash his subjects' feet? They were probably poopy, dust, and grime-filled feet. As we know and have heard many times how people walked everywhere, and of course there were animals around, and dust and dirt. But this king was different. He lowered himself so that others might know his love in a very powerful way. What have you been willing to sacrifice in order to show more powerful love? Have you been willing to sacrifice your comfort, your tradition, your desires to see those around you know Christ? Would we in humility be able to do a similar thing as Jesus did? It may not be physically washing somebody else's feet, but would we be able to give up something that is of comfort to us in order that the world may know him? Because if it's really up to our comfort, if it's really up to what we feel good about, to what we feel comfortable about, there's going to be a lot of people who miss out on the opportunity to know Jesus Christ. And I think about that. I had someone tell me one time, Emily, you're too nice to people. There's sometimes that you just have to speak truth and love. Because that truth and love is more important to them than your comfort about not wanting to upset people is. No, I very much am a people pleaser and have been for years. But I was caring too much about what I wanted to feel and how I wanted people to feel about me than I was about speaking truth and love to the people that were around me. And I feel like I was doing people an injustice because I wanted to be secure and comfortable in my relationship. And there's been many other things. I told God I didn't want to be a missionary. Mainly because I don't like to be hot, and I don't like dirty places. And
too late now.
Yeah, Genesis is too late now. But yes, I felt that way when you called me into missions in 2007. And it still terrifies me, but I feel like that is such a part of God calling us. And I think about the children. And I think about what happens if we didn't go and help some of these kids that were wanting to help in some of these other places. What would happen if we hadn't have spoke the gospel in Harrison? Or what would have happened, or not happened, if we hadn't have followed through the things that God had been calling us to? People are desperate for love. They're so desperate for that kind of powerful love that Jesus shows. And I was challenged this week as I read through these scriptures. I was challenged about this love. I was convicted. Not condemned. There's a difference between conviction and condemnation. Conviction is a thing that tugs at our hearts and pulls us into action and repentance. Condemnation makes us feel lower. But I was convicted by powerful love, just as many, I'm sure, were convicted by that love in Jesus' time. And for years and years and years and years after that, because people continue to pass on that powerful kind of love. And somewhere along the lines, we lost it in America. We've lost it. If we've gone from over 65% Christian to 3% Christian, somewhere in there, that love, because that love, you guys have encountered it. If you've had that love in your life, you can't help but pass that on to the people that are around us. And that's the kind of love that we need in our lives. Some of you today may have struggled to understand that kind of love, as I did for many years. I struggled to understand the depth of love that Christ had for me. And that's the kind of love that would ride into town on a donkey. As Jesus prepared to enter into Jerusalem, he knew it didn't matter what he rode in on. He had been demonstrating his love in a way that many had not seen in their lifetime. In his works and his compassion and his healing, his servanthood, all of that powerful kind of love he was just further illustrating by riding into town on a donkey. He was not begging for praise or showing his riches or glory or power. He was trying to draw people to his powerful love. And they did. They stopped and they sang again, Hosanna. We sang it over this morning, over and over. Thank you for illustrating that point, choir. They sang, praise be to God. They had encountered that type of love. So let us be the judge today. Was it a triumphal entry? Yes. 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 It was a triumphant entry of powerful love, powerful grace, because people had been drawn to that. It's like a beckoning call to come and see. Come and see, come and see. Come and see the powerful love of Jesus. And today, I think we look at, and this week I want us to look at, what are we drawing people to? Are we drawing people with that same powerful love that it wouldn't matter if you came in the nicest car or if you came dressed in holy clothes, or if you smell, or if other people smell. Because you were in love with Jesus, and people saw that, and people felt that, and they were drawn to you. I want to know more about this love that you have inside of you. This powerful love is still in action in our lives today. And it says in the scripture that Jesus said that we would do the same things as he did and even greater. So if he showed this kind of powerful love, then it was meant to be inside of us so that we can spread it to the world around us. Do people, when they see you, do they sense unconditional love? Or do they sense a barrier that you're only willing to go so far with them? You might be okay to go this certain route. You might be okay to maybe lay down a couple hours of your time for them, but you may stop there. You may not be willing to have coffee with them, or because you don't know if you'll get along with them, or they're not your type of person to hang out with. When people see you, do they sense freedom in Christ? Or are they sensing yet another person that they have to put up a front with? They have to put up a mask because A, they'll either be judged, or B, they don't feel safe and able to trust you with the things that they're dealing with. The things like the prostitute and the woman who had the blood issue. They were desperate to be saved. They were desperate to run into Jesus' arm. And so we have to look at people around us as if they have that same desperation in their hearts and lives to see freedom, to see change. And we have that inside of God. Isn't that amazing? We have that same type of love. What about as a church? As a church today, are they seeing an ulterior motive around us that we just want their money, or we just want them to serve? Or do they sense that unconditional love that welcomes them, that looks with compassion, that hears them and desires for their lives to be set free? I think the Beatles were indeed right that love is all we need. God's powerful love, though. If you haven't been introduced to that powerful love today, I would love to just get to pray for you. If maybe you haven't accepted Christ at all into your life, I want to say that whatever your experience is with church in the past, or with people who maybe have spread religiosity towards you, it's not that same kind of thing. His powerful love is different, and he doesn't look at you with condemnation or judgment, but he looks at you with love and a desire for you to be set free in his knowledge and his truth. The other thing is, you may have been sitting in the church for years and years and years, but not experienced that powerful kind of love just because you didn't really know it existed. So often we base our view of love of the Father from the things that we've grown up with in life. And so if that's you today, we would love to pray for you too. But just as there was desperation in the hearts of these ones that were so eager to be set free by Jesus, we just ask you to come forward today and just to kneel on this altar and encounter that powerful kind of love of Christ, whether for the first time or whether for a millionth time. And we'll just come up. Jackie and Dennis and I would love to pray for you as we go and as Jim plays. Let me just pray for us as we get started.